Okay, hi there. In this video, you'll learn all about how the AI agent and workflows work in your dashboard. Up here, you can see all the demo account, or I would say the workspace name. So this is a demo account from my end, and I've made this AI agent just to show exactly how things work here. I'll show you how you can reach here. In this chatbot section, you will see an AI agents option. For an AI agent or to understand all the things better, you need to understand what exactly you need to gain from here. There are two things. One is a trigger and one is an action. So every trigger should lead to some action, or any action or anything that should lead to an action is what you need to get this done. So I have made a lead generation agent that we use for this demo account, or this is just for sort of an example, where using this AI agent and our chatbot will gather the name or collect the name and the phone number of the customer, and then push the details into Google Sheet of this one, or like this one. So I'll show you how this works or how you can do this. Okay, so basically you can name it as per your convenience. You need to define the task that you want to achieve using this agent, and then using basic English you need to describe the prompts. See, it's clearly written that you need to describe entire workflow step by step. Now this is a short workflow, so it will be a very quick overview about everything. I'll explain you every feature about this. You can work around, play around accordingly. So the first one step is that whenever the customer initiates the chat, it should say, hello, what's your name? And once you have the name of the customer, address the customer with the name from that step onwards, and then take the phone number at the second step. And how to take the phone number is what I have defined in the second step, that then ask, may I have your phone number? Do not move forward if the customer does not provide the phone number. This is basically what I want to do with this sort of scenario, because I definitely need these two things from the customer. Now once collected both the things, say the user will receive a call back, and now we use this to push the details into the Google Sheet. How you can do this is by these actions. You can see already a sheet is integrated in this action, and more on this is in a different video on how you can link the sheet. You'll understand how I created all of this workflow in that video itself. Now, in this, you can play around with all of the tools that are around in this Sheets integration. But here as in, I want to say that we can also include some other actions like use. See, these are the actions that you can use as of now. My Sheets tools come up when you initiate a Google Sheet integration in your workflow, and all these three are the already created ones. The most used one is this search knowledge base option, whereas in your you are telling your bot to search the knowledge base and answer the query of the customer or work around with that. Say I used to answer the query, if any. So basically, this is all about how you can create a prompt and work around with this. I'll show you how to create an action properly right now. Once you tap on this plus icon, you'll see an API call that you can make, or any MCP call. Let's just move ahead with the API call first. Say you want to link your CRM or link your Calendly in order to book appointments. This is how you will do this. By tapping on API, you will see enter title and description. I'll just say test API, and this is also a test API. Let's just move ahead. Here as in, you can select the variable names that you want to achieve in or use in this action. As of now, I do not have anything in mind, so I'll just go ahead with name. Get the name of the customer, and let's just do this as required. And now name can be same, so we need a unique ID also in order to get the details from the API. So that is what I am writing here as number and phone number. Now this can be pushed, these details can be pushed into CRM also, and for that also you will need to use these same steps. I'll also mention this as required. Move to next. Get, post, put, delete, anything that you would want to do using your API key you can use from here. Just copy paste your API key here. select the one that you want to do. Like if I want to post, I'll do this. I'll add headers that are required, I'll add the payload, and then the failure response if I want to do that. And let's just go ahead and test this from here. Name is Dev, phone number 9518734. Let's just leave everything else here aside. So because I didn't mention any API endpoint here, so you'll definitely receive an error at this point in time, but you can go ahead and do that from here. You get the gist of it, right? Okay, let's just leave this aside. Now once the AI agent is done or AI agent is made, this will not directly go ahead and become live. We need to go ahead and integrate this into the workflow in order for this to work. Now I'll explain it to you how the workflows work. Let's just go ahead in this. So what I have done in this, or what we can do in this is, say you can clearly see it's first incoming message. So what this means is anytime a customer comes for the first time, that is when this workflow will be active. Now what else can be done here is, I'll show you that one also. Just give me a minute. Okay, you'll see all these triggers. So all these four triggers are the possibility. First incoming message means the customer is reaching out to you for the very first time, no contact before this. The incoming message is something that comes up with, or I would say that defines, or that means that the workflow will work only if you receive a specific incoming message from the customer or any incoming message. I'll take an example to explain this better. Say I initiated the chat, or a customer initiated the chat with my bot, and I left, or the customer left the chat in between, didn't come back for 24 hours. After 24 hours, they came back, or the customer comes back and initiates a chat, says hi again. We definitely want our bot to work, right? In that scenario, we'll use this incoming message. But because I was using just this as a test one, so I've selected this as incoming message. Here you can play around with intent or any filter that you would want to type in, or you want to integrate into your account. And then what you need to do is, you can just go ahead and tap on this. Okay, let's just delete this for once. I'll show you what exactly comes up from here. So this is how you will start. You can play around with this incoming message. You can select all the intent and everything. Now say that you sent in a Waka template, or what Waka template is, that you sent in a bulk message from our services itself, and you want your workflow to work only when you get a reply to that. That is when you will select this third one. And if you want your workflow to be active whenever you send a Waka template, even if you receive a reply from the customer or not, that is when you select this last one. So these are all the four triggers. Depending upon your use case, you can choose one. Let's just dive deep into the other one, that is the second portion that comes up. This is one of the most important things, because here as in you will be deciding what exactly the workflow is. You can play around with this. You can add on as many as you want. Here say I wanted this, and then say I wanted it to be a filter. I'll explain this to you, what exactly this means is, say I want the send message. So we can just go keep going on and go on. I'll explain it to you. Okay, let's go one by one. That is, if you receive or if recent message conditions. Now as this clearly mentions, these are all the three conditions. So your bot will judge on the basis of a condition that you define in all these three, and these are the actions that the bot can do for you. Okay, let's just see each condition first. In the condition that is a recent message conditions, you can go ahead and select any filter. Say I have selected the text filter, which means if the text includes this, say hi. So if the text would include hi, that is when the workflow under this would work. Otherwise, it will not work. You can go ahead and create as many branches as you want. Okay, you can also expand it to this one, this side, or you can play around accordingly as per your use case. Let's just move back to this one. If conversation conditions, or if the chat conditions, what this means is that if you want the bot to judge on the basis of all of the chat that has happened till now, and then decide if the AI agent or if anything should be done or not, or if any action should be taken part or not. So that is when you use this condition. And say if you want it to judge the intent of the customer, go deeper into the messages, that is when you use the last condition, that is if intent conditions. So tap on this, you can select this and type in all of the user intent that you would want, or I would say you want to select, or you want to type in anything, any intent, or decide any intent based on your workflow. That is where, or this is where you will select that. Okay, let's just move ahead to the actions that can that you can take, or that the bot can do using all these conditions and the workflow. The first one is send message. So you want to simply reply the customer with a specific message. You can do this directly from this workflow, and you can play around with this accordingly. Send message. You can attach your files here if you want a specific video to go. Okay, let's just leave this and move to our next one. That is the AI agent part. Now, you remember I created an AI agent right now. So this is how you can integrate your AI agent into your workflow. Say I tapped on the lead generation agent with the first incoming message. So now that this is only when this would work, or this workflow would work. I'll just leave this as it is, and for the future reference or the future explanation I'll be using a branch. Okay, now the next one comes up as the send Waka template. So say if for any scenario you want to send directly a bulk message template that you have created and got approved from Meta, so this is what you can use in order to send that. Now next comes up, or I'll show you this one before moving on to next. You can go ahead and select the Waka template that is made. Now in my workspace I do not have any template as of now, so you're not able to see any option. This is only for the people who are using the Waka template also. Let's just move ahead with the third one. Okay, this one was the third one. Let's move to the fourth one, that is delay. This is a very interesting option. In this option, you can, or in this action, what you can do is, what you can achieve from this is add a delay to the message. What this means is, say I got a customer but who left the chat in between. Now I want my bot to proactively start the conversation after say 1 day, that are you still interested in buying this product. That is when we use this. We can select the duration here, month, year, month, weeks, days, hours, minutes, as per your convenience or as per your requirement. This alone would be of no use. You need to go ahead and, because if you are doing it at the end of the workflow, so what after the delay is need to be defined, or what needs to be done after the delay is needs to be defined. So let's just go ahead and use an API call here. What this API call means is you can go ahead and select any API template that you would have made from the AI agent that I showed you, the API one. So this is how you can play around with this, your workflow and AI agent. And if you face any issues, we are here for you. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye.